Is this a mistake? Am I about to mess up my life?
Last month, I left my stable career to go all in on a goal that I have maybe a 50% chance of achieving. The AAA is the highest rating in California beach volleyball. To earn it, you need a combination of elite skill, athleticism, and experience. 99% of athletes will never even aim for it. It's been my goal since I first started playing as a volleyball beginner 2 years ago. And this year, I'm going for it. My name is Nathan. I'm a 5'6", B-rated beach volleyball player, and this is episode 1 of Road to AAA. When I discovered beach volleyball in 2024, I became obsessed. But the sand humbles you fast. Since my first CBVA in April 2024, I have played and lost 28 tournaments in a row. And that's only counting officially sanctioned CBVAs. But if there's one thing I might actually be great at, it's persistence. There hasn't been a single tournament I haven't learned something from. And yet, the gap between me and my AAA remains massive. But I'm getting ahead of myself. While earning the AAA is the end goal, there are a couple milestone goals I need to accomplish first. We need to work our way up the California Beach Volleyball Tournament system. The system has the following levels: unrated, B, A, AA, and then AAA. The first thing I need to do is earn my A, which can be accomplished by placing 3rd or higher in an A-level tournament. Last year, my previous best finish was 5th. Earning my A will boost my seeding and help me with goal number 2, earn my AA. That can be accomplished by either winning an A-level tournament or placing 3rd in a AA. There are a couple other secret milestone goals I have, but we'll get to those later. All of this will lead up to my final goal, winning an end-of-season AA. To help visualize my progress, I've come up with a stats page. To earn my AAA, I'll need skill levels that look something like this. To explain this graphic a little bit more, level 70 is what I assume the average AAA player has, and level 99 is what I'd say the average American pro has. So not the absolute best in the world, but a very good player. But before I can improve anything, I need to answer one question. Where are my skills now? So I set up a test. I invited some of the top AAA and AA teams to a tournament I hosted in San Francisco. My objective is simple: find my base stats. This is the level I will eventually need to overcome. I'm going to try my hardest in these games, and then I'm going to go back and stat track my kill rate, ace rate, passing rating, etc. I'll use these values to discover my current base stats so that I can start to level them up. Game 1 was tight the entire way. Neither of us managed to pull ahead by more than 2 points at any time. I was served a little over 70% of the balls, which is normal for me. I managed 7 kills on 14 attacks, and had some good digs, sets, and passes. We lost this game in deuce, 20-22, after a couple poorly timed errors. Not the result I wanted, but not a bad start. Game 2, unfortunately, did not go the same way. We faced off against AAA opponents Chris McDonough and Jason Jackson. Chris is currently ranked 27 in the CBVA system and is San Francisco's top-ranked player. My mentality was to try and play big and challenge the block early. Chris and Jason are both big blockers, so I didn't want to let their size dictate the game. That was easier said than done. Not only are Chris and Jason big, but they're damn good blockers. I kept trying to beat them in the seam, but on tight sets they just reach in and shut that down, regardless of what block defense they were running. My mistakes started to compound, and before I knew it, I was playing small, coming in passively, and the game quickly slid out of hand. There wasn't a skill of mine that didn't struggle against these two. In Game 1, my dig stats looked like this. Out of 15 defense opportunities, I made 5 decent to great digs. I touched an additional 4 balls that we didn't get back over, and there were 6 balls I didn't get a touch on. In Game 2, facing top-ranked AAA opponents, I had 6 defense opportunities. All 6 of them ended without a touch. We lost this game 10-21. A big takeaway for me from this is that I need to learn how to take and hit sets 5 to 8 feet off the net. I'm more comfortable hitting sets within the 3 to 5 feet range, but against big blockers, those are just trap sets. In Game 3, things did not get any easier. We faced off against AAA team Jonah and Brad. Half the reason I set up this tournament was to play against these two, because they're both known for one thing: serving. Brad has a high-paced topspin serve that always seems to drop in the spot you don't want it to. Get past that, and you have to deal with Jonah's laser-fast float serve that feels like it hunts the edges of the court. The last time I played them, they went on a 10-point service run. This time, I came more prepared. I even watched film of their serves the night before. The game started out close, as we managed a couple good side-outs, and I was finding ways to score. But at 8-8, we broke. A sharp serve in the middle, then a bounce off the net, and the floodgates were open. We'd go down 10-15, before losing the game 12-21. I ended up getting aced more in this game alone than the other ones combined. The lesson from this game was clear. Can't handle AAA serves, can't play at this level. The games continued, and with enough data points, a trend became apparent. I was batting average or slightly below average at the AA level, but when faced with AAA opponents, my win rate fell off a cliff. I think this is because as a shorter player, I have to be passing pretty well to get good scoring opportunities, and I have to be serving pretty well to get chances to make digs. At the AAA level, both my passing and serving aren't sufficient. Give AAA opponents a chance to put a ball away, and it's hitting sand 90% of the time. At the end of the tournament, I went through and took 4 games that I lost and used those to create my stats. We'll dive into the methodology, but for now, here's a reminder of my stat goals for the series. Here's a quick primer on how I calculated this. It's half math and half me making stuff up. Note that levels will come slower the further I go, and I will recalculate these consistently. So every time I play a tournament, I'll take another sample size of 4 and see where I'm at. That's how I'll get new stat numbers. For attacking, I calculated my efficiency rate, so kills minus errors divided by the total number of attacks, and I got 0.216. My target rate here is something like 0.3. I think I saw that pros have something like 0.35 or 0.4. For serving, I tracked aces, forced out of system passes, in-system passes, and errors. I'm using my pressure rate, which is aces plus out-of-system balls, as my metric. It was 35.7%, and I'd like to be closer to 45%. Passing and setting were both simple. I gave myself a 0 through 5, depending on the pass and set quality. My passing average was 2.9, which is way too low for my player archetype. It needs to be at least 3.5. My setting average was 3.8, which is pretty good. Ideally, I'm at 4 plus, but this is a low priority. I roughly converted these so that my target by the end of the series for the stat is about 70, which I am saying is AAA level. And I tweaked my values up and down a bit based on my own judgment. From this overview, a couple things are clear. My attacking, passing, and setting are way too low. We need to level that up as soon as possible before the first tournament.
This is something you might want to practice.
As soon as I saw this play, I knew we had to come and film review it.